In this section, we'll see how to create a protection policy and apply that to our existing assets to protect them on an ongoing basis. As an example, we'll look at creating a policy that can be applied to disks and protect them on a 5-minute interval and recover from them. Let's create a new policy. If you go to the policy management screen and click new policy, we can give a name. So let's say I do a 5-minute disk. This name is verbose and applicable for identification. I choose the protection level as disk, and I say I want to retain the last 5 copies of the disk. Go to hourly and select 5 minutes. Once I say save, this policy is now available. You can look at the details, 5 snapshots to be retained. It runs every 5 minutes and is applicable for disk level protection. And I go back to my policies and I can choose to protect my disks. So if I go here and select a disk, for example, SFR demo 3, and I choose policies, I choose the policy, just create a simple 5-minute disk. I say assign selected and I save. That's it. My policy is now applicable. Once the policy schedule kicks in, CloudPoint starts a task which is now running the policy and creating the disk level snapshots. Also, you should notice that as you apply the policy to more and more assets, the protection coverage for CloudPoint environment keeps going up. So right now I'm at 10.34%, which means I have protected about 10% of the assets that CloudPoint discovered through protection policies. Once the snapshots are in place, I can go to my disks that I protected and look at the disks. So as I look at data disk and I look at the snapshot, here's the snapshot that was just created based on the policy that ran, and I can now choose this snapshot and click restore. When I restore, I'm giving options to create a restore job name, and I can restore to the original location, in which case CloudPoint overrides the existing disk and creates a new disk out of the snapshot, or I can choose to restore to a new location. CloudPoint intelligently discovers potential targets based on the source of the disk and the location of the snapshot. The source of the snapshot and the location of the snapshot. In this case, because the source of the snapshot was a disk, it is listing a possible list of VMs in Azure that I can restore the snapshot to. Also, the location being US West, it is only locating those snapshots those VMs which we can spin and attach a volume to. I can choose one of those VMs and I can say restore. CloudPoint now kicks off a job which is synthesizing the snapshot into a volume and attaching that volume to the existing VM.